What is up, gamers? This is Proto, and welcome to another episode of Like or Dislike, where we look at some of the latest games that come out, tell you a little bit about the story, what we thought about after getting our hands on it, and a little pros and cons at the end if you're interested about getting the game. It might help you decide on whether to get it or not. And today we are looking at Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Now, this was a title that a lot of people was excited for. A lot of hype was built up behind this title. But let's not waste any more time. Like I said, Ghost Recon Breakpoint is quite a different game. It's like a mix of Wildlands open world theme, the Division series gear score and grinding for better gear concept, and the stealth mechanic of the old Ghost Recon games, but it doesn't quite come all together to me. Story wise, you're part of a team of ghosts sent to investigate why a ship got sunk off an island when you're shot down. After your crash landing, you find out a fellow ghost is killing your teammates and after the remaining ones. You meet up with a group of residents on the island that are willing to help you, but only so much. This group of residents is unique, because some of them want your help, others don't, while others are willing to help you if they don't have to get involved themselves. Now you use their camp as a hub to get missions, better weapons and gear, team up with other players, and to jump into the multiplayer part of the game if you want to. Now, I can't say this game gives you an in-depth level of customization of control settings you can set to. I spent almost an hour setting up the controls to my liking, and I've never spent that long setting up controls to a game. Usually I'm just changing the controls to invert, setting up my sensitivity, and I'm into the game. When I tell you they give you a level of in-depth of how you want to play this game, control settings are no joke in this one. Now you have skills that you can unlock to give you better perks in this world, but you can only equip 3 max at a time. Now the good thing is there's no cooldown on the skills, so you can change on the fly. So if you want to do sniping, you want to use all sniping perks, you can switch out. And you want to go to close combat, you don't have to worry about cooling down. You can just go to that and keep on playing, and I really like that. A lot of times when games give you multiple skills you have to switch out, you have to wait for a cooldown period and everything. So I thought that was pretty cool for them not to do that. Now you also have 4 main classes that you can choose from, and they're pretty much the standard classes. You have the assault, the medic, the stealth, and all that. And they all come with their own unique perks and gears. And you can use these perks in the multiplayer as well. So if you want to play some medic, being able to heal people fast, be able to treat people fast, then there you go. Now some missions aren't cut and dry. You'll be given clues to answer to help complete the missions. So you'll be hopping in and out of the menu to look at these clues because they don't automatically update once you get them. And I thought that was really annoying to be completing these missions and wondering why I'm not getting the next mission in the series, where I had to jump into the menu, go to the clues section, and just highlight over it or just click over it before I get the mission. Now me personally, I definitely didn't like it. That was a pet peeve to me, but it might not bug some people. Now I can't say the weapons have a good level of customizing, and it feels good when you're using them. Like each weapon has a different recoil, different feel, and it definitely makes you really want to go out and try to find which weapons you really like to use. Now you can also customize the paint job down to certain colors on certain pieces of the weapons. I wasn't expecting it to be that detailed, but it can make to be a lot of funny looking weapons. The fact that you can have your magazine look a different color than the muzzle, than the body, I can definitely see a lot of funny concepts coming with that. Now you can rotate from shooting down the sights in first person or over the shoulder, so that's a nice feature. There's no real getting into and out of cover system, but you can keep yourself hidden down to actually covering yourself in dirt, which I thought was pretty cool. And it was sometimes where that was like a necessity, when you had the enemy tracking you and you hide in a bush, you cover yourself in the dirt and they really cannot see you. They literally like walked right past me and did not see me, and I hopped out of that dirt and just went back at it. They don't expect you just walking around this island unnoticed. They really push the concept of sneaking around and avoiding firefights. So take that into mind, because enemies are everywhere, and as soon as they spot you, they're letting everybody know, and they're trying to call in every bit of support they can. So if you're not into stealth, if you don't like sneaking around, this might not be the game for you. Now the multiplayer consists of 4 vs 4 modes, where you can play where gear builds are not a factor, or if you want them to be, so you've got those sides. And along with that, you actually have your own list of objectives that you can complete to get unique gears and skins by playing just the multiplayer mode. So it gives you an incentive to play the multiplayer. Now the game has its own in-game currency, but you can use real world money to buy more currency, so definitely keep that in mind. The game gives you a lot to buy with this currency, from weapons, camouflage, clothes, banners, emblems, you name it. So definitely keep that in mind. Microtransactions are very high in this game. Graphics wise, the game looks nice. I saw a few times where certain items I had on my character would not appear in the cutscenes, but I wasn't really tripping on that. I just know that was kind of weird how I would have on a hat, but then I go to the cutscene, my hat's not on. Or I had like a different hairstyle and it wouldn't show up. Now the voice and mouth sync is actually very nice, but it seems like to me they made the front teeth too large on certain characters. And I just thought that was weird, especially like with my main character. It's like his top front teeth are like extremely large. But I also saw in cutscenes where the game would just zoom in way too close on who was talking, and that just seemed kind of weird to me. Like, why would you zoom in so close that you're like right on top of their face? And other than that, the last thing I noticed was just the loading screens were way too long. I mean, this is 2019. There's no reason why loading screens should take that long to go in the game and go around. But that's pretty much the end of the game. With that being said, let's take a look at the pros versus the cons. We start off with the pros. We're going to talk about the stealth mechanic of the game. I really enjoyed the stealth mechanic, and that's saying a lot for somebody that does not do a lot of stealth games. It really felt rewarding to go after somebody, stay hidden, they don't find me, and then I catch them. It definitely felt very rewarding to take down a whole base without them discovering you. They'll get alert, they'll go looking for you, but the stealth mechanic was very well that they never found me. Now the next pro we're going to look at is the weapon customization. I thought that was very nice and very detailed, especially like I said with the paint schemes. And that's literally everything that you switch out in the weapons can give you an advantage when fighting the enemy. And the last pro, I really couldn't nail it down to it. And I know I normally do this for the cons, but for the pros we're going to do this. So you tell me, what's something that you really liked about the game? Let me know how you guys feel in the comments with that one. Now with the pros done, let's take a look at the cons. So the first con we're going to look at, there are way too many menu screens. If you played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just go into the menu screen to change one thing and you got to go through so many other menus just to get to that one thing. I thought that was really annoying. That broke the immersion for me in the game sometimes, just trying to get to one particular thing. The next con we're going to look at is the whole little clues thing. That really annoyed me. Like I said earlier, you have these little clues that help you complete missions. Instead of them just automatically updating the mission, you have to go into the menus, tab over to that menu, go within a subsection, and then not even just bring up the clues, but you got to hover over it, click on it sometimes, and then you finally get the mission. That really bugged the crap out of me. And the last con we're going to look at is the controls. And I don't know if it really has to do with the customization, but it's like the controls never fit well with this game. It's like they was trying to do too much with the controls. And I know it was really annoying for me with the whole grenades and the medical aspect of it, because it was pretty much the same button to do it, and you had to use a weapon wheel to switch out to it. I really thought that was kind of dumb. You should have had like one button specifically for all your medical things, and then one for all your grenades. That way you don't have to keep rotating them out. But hey, I didn't design this game. But that's pretty much the pros and the cons. For me, I'm definitely gonna have to give this game a dislike. There are just too many little and big bad things that just bug me too much about this game. Now I will probably play this game through to the end, but definitely this game will not get a lot of replay value from me. It won't be a game I'll put into my regular rotation of completing goals and everything. Maybe after a couple of updates they change some stuff, I might get back into it, but it's definitely a dislike for me. But let me know how you guys feel. Are you thinking about getting the game? Does this help you decide whether to get it or not? And if you got the game, what do you like and don't like about the game? I can imagine a lot of people have mixed feelings about this one. But let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We talk about stuff going on in the gaming and tech world. I do reviews on some of the latest games to check this out. I do top 10 of the new games coming out every month and so much more. Make sure to follow social media pages so you can keep up to date with what's going on, or if you want to reach out to me. I love talking about gaming, so don't be afraid to hit me up. Catch me streaming on Twitch playing indie, PC, and console games, so hit me up in the chat while I'm gaming and make sure to hit that follow. And this is Proto, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.